Part 14. Now I've just collected the Fly HM, and instead of teaching Whopper Jr. Fly, oh, by the way, even though he has evolved into a Charizard and has changed his name, he's always going to be Whopper Jr. to me. Instead of teaching him Fly, I'm going to head around down Cycling Path. Cycling Road. But first, we've got this guy blocking our way. But since we've taken down the tower in Lavender, we have the Poke Flute, and, well, you all know the story. We're past Snorlax. And in his spot, there is a Leftovers hidden there. But I cannot collect it unless I have the item finder, which requires 50 Pokemon caught in the Pokedex, which I do not have, and will not have for quite some time. Here on the cycling path, there's a full restore, hidden, parallel to that sign. That's the first sign down the path. And every item, well, most of the items hidden here on the cycling path are all parallel with one of these signs. The second sign on the path, and on the leftmost road in the middle, there was that PowerPoint up. And then there's a sign there. There is also an item parallel to that sign. But we passed another brown sign on the way down. Not that sign there, that's a white sign. Those signs do not count. This sign here has a rare candy, which will be very helpful much later on, when levels mean a lot more, and it'll give me just that extra 6 or 7 levels of rare candies I've saved up that will help me get over the top. That max revive there, also in line. That guy trying to sneak around past me, and I sneak around and past him instead. And then this white sign also has an item parallel to it. Not in the middle of the road. The first item not in the middle of one of these roads. It's on the corner there, that Max Elixir. Something I'll be saving for the Pokemon League. And with that, we're finally into Fuchsia, and my bike seems to have gotten a lot faster when not on a cycling road. It's weird. And finally, we've gotten the move deleter, which you saw there. He deleted my move Fly, and now I've relearned Fly. Or I deleted Cut, so I can learn Fly, sorry. And now I can use Fly to get to Saffron City. In Saffron City, I did have one unfinished business, and that's taking care of the Silph Co. Now that I've beaten the Rocket's Game Corner mansion, dungeon, hideout, this place is open to me now, and I may, well, the main point of this is I want to get a Master Ball. I'll just come out right and say it, but also there are many items, free items I can achieve just walking around the Silph Co. Right there, there's the tile. You have to cross the tile unless you want to fight that guy, and as we all know, I don't want to fight anybody. You might just describe this playthrough as a pacifist style run, even though it's not going to be for very long. Picked up the card key, first thing off, so now I can get into all these rooms. Most every floor in here has a hidden item. 2 of them do not, or 1 of them does not. The first floor does not have any hidden items, and 2 of the floor have more than 1. There's the hidden floor for this item. There's a protein in this bush. I'll be using that protein to raise Whopper Jr.'s attack power, probably before the next most difficult fight. And of course the card key goes on right on. There's a Hyper Potion in here. I'd really like to save the Hyper Potions for when my health has increased to over 200. But 2 potions and a Super Potion later, I'm ready to take on Chumple. And since I've used the protein here, my attack power is strong enough to take on Rival Chumple, because unlike last time in the tower, he is a bit of a doozy in this thing. As you can see, 37, 38, he's no longer severely underleveled. And I feel bad for mocking him last time, because while this is more entertaining and actually has anything to do with the challenge run, it's a pretty difficult fight. So it's a good thing I learned Fly over Cut, because otherwise I'd be wasting my last 2 flamethrowers and then wing attacking until I'm dead. Because, of course, this Pidgeot is not the main problem. And I'm sure you can guess what it's going to be, because he's going to switch to a super effective Blastoise, which is 2 levels higher than Whopper Jr. I could use rare candies to overtake him, but he's not that tough. He's tough, but not that tough. You saw that fly there took out maybe a quarter of his damage, a little less than a quarter. I had to use a Hyper Potion there. If I use Super Potion, I get caught in this loop of he's hitting me with Water Gun, I'm healing 50 hit points, he'll take out 47. It takes forever to get anywhere. It's just more effective to take the problem and use a Hyper Potion. There, he protected effectively for once. See, then he protected and failed when I was flying up. I guess it does him about as good as it's ever going to do him, because he can't hit me when I'm flying up, because I'm faster than him. If he hadn't used Protect the second time, then that would have been good for me. And now I think he's going to get in the Protect loop. He's going to use nothing but Protect, and then he stopped using Protect. And he's a little bit over halfway killed now, and I'm going to have to heal because, as you can see, about 50 damage can be done with that Water Gun alone, and I knew he was going to do that next. All he ever does is Water Gun or Protect, and then once I saw him bite in a failed attempt where he did slaughter me, and I'm pretty sure his last attack would be Skull Bash or Withdraw or something along those lines. It's been a while since I used a Blastoise, even though that was the first Pokemon I ever used. Well, it was a Squirtle originally, but that was the first Pokemon I chose when I first played Pokemon Blue on a Game Boy Pocket monochrome. Hey, super effective. And I'm down to 1 hit point, which is just enough to let me get in this last fly, which I thought he'd protect. And you saw there he used Bright. And now I get a critical hit. And I really could use that a long time ago. It wouldn't have made it as suspenseful, maybe, but... And I'm down with 4 health, so probably gonna have to heal here, especially because my physical attack has been brought down. And all of my attacks I'm going to use on this Growlithe are physical. I don't suspect the Growlithe to be very much of a pain in this fight, or any fight, because it's going to evolve into an Arcanine later. And it doesn't have any type coverage over me. I don't have any type coverage over it. We're just cool with each other. So I'll be using flies here, and I don't expect the Growlithe to take me down there. I had to heal because I'm going to have to heal eventually. Why not now? And it gave him a chance to use Takedown, which hurt himself a little bit with the recoil. Fly. Almost. See that sliver? Now this is the great thing. He uses Takedown and kills himself. It's like he used a really, really weak explosion. Killed himself and then did a little bit of damage. And Execute. Gets half a dozen eggs with 5 faces. Or is there a 6th one that I cracked when I forget? But it's a weird Pokemon. And I was expecting it to go down in 1 hit, really. Because Fly is super effective against the Grass type, so I think I can bust out a Wing Attack here. You might have noticed I was going more with the Flies than the Wing Attacks. That's because I can always use the Move Deleter to get rid of the Fly from my roster, and then use the HM again, relearn it, and I'll have full power points for it. It's a little exploit I'll be using to get power points to fight all these mediocre trainers like my rival, I guess, who will eventually become the most powerful trainer in the game. But that's beside the point, because Future Sight can't hit me. He foresaw an attack that missed. And of course, oh, he had a little bit of health. I thought I was going to kill him before he could even do any damage on me, because he uses nothing but Future Sight. And I did. It was completely ineffectual. For an Alakazam, I was really expecting a lot more trouble, because Psychic types ruled the first generation, and it used to be a pretty good Pokemon, but I guess since the special got split up into 2, it's not that great. And Chumple's gone, so here it is, the big reveal. I'm taking Lapras. That's going to be my Surfer, and I will name it Maiden. That thing can be my HM slave, it will eventually learn 4 HMs, and it will never be used in battle. Congratulations, Maiden! And now we can return to looting this office, because I don't want to fight rockets. I really don't want to fight rockets or save the president. I just want to get free stuff. That's why I'm here. Avoid the scientist. In here we have a protein, which also would have been useful in that last fight against Chumple. I'll be using that, I guess, as soon as possible, because there's no really advantage on waiting to use a protein, or any of those speed and stat increasing drugs. That guy I really didn't expect to be a trainer, but he is. He's like an electrician, which I guess makes sense to have in an office building, but not really to make sense to have him helping Team Rocket. And that's all the items for this floor. And I'm going to get this item, but you'll have to tune in next week to find out what it is.